All right, I'm out on the porch, and you can see over here that tree. You can't really see it, but I can. That's budding. That's a red maple, and it's got little red maple baby leaves on it. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. Early March, but spring is definitely springing, even though we're still 3 weeks from something like that, 2.5 weeks from it turning into spring. I am continuing on this beautiful Wednesday in this book. It's become my go-to for really just getting my mind around the storyline of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation and why it's laid out and how it's laid out and the themes, the 11 themes that Dr. Michael Vlach has discovered and really put in such a succinct, cogent, cohesive presentation here in 100 short sessions. I love it. And when I say short, they're 1 to 2 pages, and it's one story. And we are on number 9, session number 9, one story. This is 9 out of 100, so we're 9% there. But this one is about, and again, this is a half a page, and then one, and so this is 2.5 pages. Okay, well, and then this box here. But then the next one is 2.5. I think the longest ones are 2.5, 3 pages. The shortest ones are about 1 page, but they're very, very easy reading. And I made some highlights here, and I don't want to read this to you. I want you to get the book, if you want to, obviously. That would be my desire, would be for you to get this book. You can get the info off there, ISBN number. This is the hard copy. They do have a paperback that's a little bit less expensive, but it supports his ministry. And I heard him on a podcast back in November and just really loved what I heard. And you can look him up, Dr. Michael Vlach. He was on another guy's podcast called The Bible Sojourner. Peter Gaiman, I think is how you say his name. He's a professor at Shepherd's Seminary in North Carolina. And I've just really enjoyed his podcasts. They're fantastic. It's on YouTube. It's a YouTube channel. But if you're a Bible student, look that up. But that's where I found out about this book, and it's just been such a blessing. So this one is Created for Relationship. That's us. Created for relationship, marriage, family, and the human bond. So the theme is still creation. I think we're almost done with the theme of creation, maybe one more. In Eden, God gave mankind its first sacred bond, formed by his hands and designed for unity, joy, and fruitfulness. Marriage became the foundation of family and human society. And God said in Genesis 2:18, it is not good for the man to be alone. And then in Genesis 2:23, he says, Adam says, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, when God brought forth Eve from Adam's side, from his rib, when God put him to sleep and did that divine surgery on him that changed the world. And then we've got, he goes into other human relationships, but I wanted to get to this point. Human relationships do not compete with our fellowship with God. They flow from it. That's a really profound statement. All of our other relationships flow from our relationship with God, or they should. And that's why there's so much relationship strife out in the world, because people don't do that. They don't put God first and have those relationships flow from God through to the other person. We love him because he first loved us. Jesus said that in John, I think 14. And really, when we love God and love others, we're loving God back with his agape love, and we're loving others with his agape love. We're not loving people with our own love. We can't muster up that kind of love. That's God's love, God's unconditional love. So he goes on about marriage here, but this is the storyline focus. I put a little arrow here, and I want to just read that and close with that. Marriage and human relationships flow from God's design, revealing his relational heart, God's relational heart, and forming the foundation of human society. And that's how we get to know God's heart and God's mind, the mind of God, the mind of Christ, is by being in his word and understanding his word. And there's lots of parts of his word that are hard to understand, but if we're good Bereans and we correctly handle and rightly divide God's word and understand, what the context is, the historical context, the audience context, the intended audience, the audience today, what we can apply and what we don't really need to apply. I mean, there's lots of the Bible that's not about us, and that's okay. It's not about you. And I think that's where we get confused. We think the whole Bible is about us, and it's not. It's about God's restoration in different time periods with different people groups under different circumstances. And we need to look at that and understand it and apply the principles, obviously. But we don't apply everything in there, especially something that was in a statement made under the law for Israel under captivity or in a time of rebellion of Israel. And I love that about this book. It puts it all out there in these 11 themes, 100 sessions. So I hope it's been a blessing to you. I want to go ahead and pray for you. I'm not going to pray right now. I'm going to pray as soon as I hit the stop record, but I want to let you know if you have a specific prayer request, you can put it in the comments. And of course, it's on the YouTube channel, GPS, and just be blessed. The gospel, share the gospel, relish in it, go over it in your mind, thank God for it, and share it. Go out in the world and share the gospel in these what I believe are the last days, and we get an opportunity, even though the world is unraveling around us, it seems, God is still in control, and we can share his love and his purpose and his story, his storyline, and be encouraged. And then we can hide God's word in our heart. We can read his word and understand his word, and we can ask him for illumination, and he gives that. So I'm going to pray for you right now. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you, hopefully, God willing, on Friday with a GPS TGIF edition. So love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.